have a rota, like, you know, tables have to be laid neatly with appropriate cutlery, condiments and cups before the meal. After the meal, all items are to be cleared away, scraped and stacked. All condiments to be returned to the cupboard. Then all tables and the food trolley to be wiped down. Dining room carpet to be hoovered. Then chairs to be replaced neatly around the table. Non-carpet areas to be hoovered. Because then after clear, next day you're on kitchen where you have to rinse the cutlery and cookery and crockery and stack in the dish trays. Put the items away that cannot be put in the dishwasher. Hoover and wash kitchen floor. Empty the bin if required. Wipe down the surfaces. Then after that, you have to. Next day you'll be on Hoover, where you have to hoover the quiet area and the lounge. And after that, you have a couple days off, and then all over again. Kitchen closes at 8:30. After 8:30, only cold drinks, biscuits, and fruit up to 8:45.
When young people come here, no matter what they've done, they revert to being children and doing all the things that children like to do, like play and laugh. And
in a YOY they may strive to be more in sort of, how can I put it, not a gang setting. They go there and they can't be children, whereas here they can.
Activities are about young people learning to interact together, learning new skills, learning confidence, learning to achieve. You certainly wouldn't expect young people in the wider community to sit around all day doing nothing.
The facilities and that. We've got direct room, which is you get to play pool, table tennis and that. We've got the gym, you can play badminton, tennis, rounds, all of that, football. We've got a garden where you can play basketball.
Everybody can make mistakes in their life. I think that young people deserve and have the right to the same resources that every other young person has.
like a bedroom at home, I would imagine. You can have pictures on the walls, you've got a bed, desk, television, if you are on the right status. You've got your own shower room. The only difference is that it's locked at night. They're given therapy to talk about their problems and what they're worried about.
We actually work with them, do things and play football with them, or sports with them, and woodwork, leather work. So we actually work with them all the time.
In a YOI, there's far too many young people, there's lots of violence, there doesn't seem to be as many boundaries, and that's set in place, and all young people need boundaries and learn from boundaries.
Because it's smaller, there's only 8 children per unit. The staff build better relationships with the children, the young people, and that makes it quite more like a family setting, really, in some way. If they go into a bigger place with 200 or 300 YPs, they just run amok. Some will have survived, some will have got mistreated. Some of the kids come here have been mistreated while they've been in them sort of places, beaten up all the time.
This is not about punishing young people for the mistakes they've made. It's about getting them to reflect about their mistakes, and you can only really do that by building positive relationships with them. Punishment makes people resent the people that are punishing them.
You know, if you get robbed yourself, you know you feel afterwards. It's not nice, and I think they wanted them to be punished, locked in rooms, given bread and water, no TVs, no nothing else, because they think they should be punished, but actually locking them away and taking their liberty is the punishment they got, isn't it? We don't get a lot of violence here. If it does, it's sorted very quickly, obviously, because it's not 200, there's 8 on each side, so it's easy to deal with. So the chance of them getting hurt here is a lot less than would be in our house.
It's better here because, you know what I mean, it's just different.
They're not locked up for 24 hours at all. We try as much as possible for young people to be out throughout the day and most of the evening.
That's what most young people want, is to feel safe and to have boundaries as well.
You're not allowed to smoke, you're not allowed to drink, you're not allowed to smoke drugs, you're not allowed to take drugs, you're not allowed to fight here, you're not allowed to swear. And those things really actually help you in your life to stop doing them, what you are doing when you're out there.
I believe that Swanwick Lodge gives young people a chance to progress in their life. With all the therapy and the staff that work here, we're all here for giving young people the best we can.
They help you think about different stuff. It helped me thinking about what I really should do in my life.
When they are released from Swanwick Lodge, we do try and keep in touch with some of the young people that want it or require it, to make sure that transition back into the community is as smooth as possible.
It makes me more positive about things I'm doing because they give you time to think about what you want to do, but outside people just like click their fingers and you have to do it. You can't think about do it or not do it. I've been forced to do loads of things.
The girl just left now. I was working with her outside as well. I go and see her once a week. At the moment, we just talk and chat and try and sort things out, and she's doing really well. Yeah.
Some young people we've had here have done some incredible stuff. I think they've had the opportunity to try things they've not tried before, to achieve, and I think that's really important for young people. Young people, they really haven't learnt to achieve in a mainstream environment.
The most important thing for me is to change my life around, be helpful, polite, be nice to other kids, not bully all the time, not fighting. It helped me to change my life around. Maybe when I get out, I won't see the same people than I see when I was back at home.
The majority would say they loved it here. They had a good experience here. Sometimes it's the best experience they've had in their lives. Christmas is sometimes some of these kids is like they never had a Christmas, you know. So a lot of the responses love it, which some people might think that's the wrong thing, but it's not really, is it?
Chicken kebabs, chicken curry, homemade flapjacks, homemade beef burgers, fresh soup, homemade, and chicken and batter. And after we have to do some health and safety work, like theory work. I think it's helpful for us to do food tech, so we have that skill to help my mum in the kitchen and that.
If your argument is about shutting because of financial reasons, it's not a good thing to do. If we look at how it works in the future, you start off and you invest in young people with the best resources, you will have the best outcomes, and young people will cost you less in the future.
Good things cost money, that, you know what I mean? But I reckon it's worth it. It's worth it.
I don't think it makes financial sense leaving the most vulnerable young people even more vulnerable in larger institutions where nobody really cares.